Good morning. Good morning.
Bueno, buenos días.
I thought it was a wonderful response last night to the nuances of Thunderer. I think he was very careful about that, and where you swell together in and out the brass, that was very good. Be sure that you keep it that exactly that same thing. That's very, very important. Likewise, the general intensity of everybody playing the tune. That was very, very convincing to me last night. And I think it was convincing to you. Because it's making this marvelous melody out of something that most people knew only as 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's okay too. But how he has done it is very obvious from the beginning. I thought our beginning was pretty good, but let's just try it again. It's the very beginning. My little blips before the big one are just for me. The C is going to get your last amount of air. Just before it's time to move to the C, push the air there again. Game that everybody lived by. You know, if it moves, salute it. If it can be moved, move it. And if it can't be moved, paint it. Believe me, that's what we all live by, one way or another. And as you start to do the first real movement here, basses, make a little more of your movement, because we have this wonderful sonority of the tune. Then when you start moving, that makes a difference. Don't hurry into the next motion that you think is a little bit more important. particularly the higher note. Otherwise, I think it's just fine. Any questions? I thought the ending was very, very exciting last night. Now, about just one observation for us all. In the Ferris, there are a few things here, and only in this sense. Rehearsal has much need for a pedal point that is moving. Everybody who is playing same note, somebody around you is moving. So the moving parts, I think, are more important than the constant repetition. And that's all true, except at the very, very end, where the ostinato, the ostinato just keeps building, building, building. That's fine. Otherwise, it's important to remember that everybody playing the repetitious note is not nearly as important as the person playing the moving note. And this begins to become apparent at a place like, measures shortly after the piece gets started. Everybody whose bars have, let's say, eight notes in them, look out, there is somebody around you who doesn't have eight notes, but has the little figure going with the 16s. That's all you have to be careful of. Okay? This is the beginning of Ferris with the Fair. And again, it's like you played it last night, it's a fun piece. It's easy to get tight. I don't think you were tight last night. It has to be tan, deep, 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 that kind of a tune. That's the way you played it last night. And that's why all these little things are happening. It looks like you're in the middle of dun, 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 dun. It means a great deal. Hi. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Let's start at 27. 27. And keep in mind that although the whole thing is a poco a poco crescendo, that it is an ostinato. So don't start don't start it heavy. Start it way back, so that by the time the low brass and the low reed come in, with the you have come up to your high point. This is 27. And 1, 2, 3. Dynamic mark is piano, and everybody else, crescendo is the grade. But I'd like to make sure that by the time you have almost expended yourself, the entrance of the low reed and the low brass has real significance. One more time. This is 27. And let's go before the fermata bar. Let's play, 37 is better. 37. 1, 2, 3. Right on the 3/4, please. Right on the 3/4. Give it almost the feeling like you did a little bit last night. So I'd like to capitalize on it this morning. Almost like the feeling is, it's not 1, 2, but 1. Da, da, da. Not just metronomically 1, 2, 3. Because then when the tuba comes, everybody has to play the hymn. 3/4, please. 4/4 now after the 3/4. Return to the 4/4, please. And let's get that a little bit better than that. Because we must be sure that it has positive feeling to it. Let's please play, everybody measure 92. 92. And 1, 2. Space, space, hot space. See you later. Oh, you're sick.
Isn't that great? This guy can spend so much time with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, that's because Vinny snores so loud.
And I don't.
Yeah, this was yours. Rhapsody. Don't do it.
Listen, I want to say one thing about Fred Fennell is that Fred has done more for not just bands but for music in America than anybody I know. There are people like myself who are lucky enough to work under him a number of times and to learn some of these things, that you're lucky enough to work with him and to carry on some of these wonderful things that he knows about music, and he brings out great music that's been written for both wind bands and symphonies. And I really appreciate it. I appreciate what he did for Eastern School of Music, my alma mater, and it's wonderful to work with him and to watch him. When I do things, and he's there, I always try to let my rehearsals out early so I can catch his. Like if I'm doing an all-stage jazz band or something like that, I tell my students to go and listen to at least part of that rehearsal. I said, that's part of your all-stage jazz band experience, is to go hear this band. Talk about music and be music. So thanks a lot, Fred, for everything.
My pleasure.